that we're going right into the draft.
Yeah, I mean, as farther we go on into this bracket, I mean, this is going to be our last best of 32 or best 16 rather. Yeah, going into top 8 pretty soon now, and yeah, coming into here, we're seeing so much more game threes, which makes sense
It makes
because
a
I
lot of
mean,
sense.
these are the best of the best teams. I mean, all the other teams have been already eliminated, so yeah, expecting another best of 3, will not be too surprised to see.
And there's an Omni Knight banned out phase 1. Your hero, Golgi. Your disgusting hero. I'm
This
okay with
hero
this.
gets banned. I mean, gets banned and nerfed every single patch, but still he gets banned first phase every single time for a good reason.
Yeah, I mean, being able to combine Repel with Guardian Angel and just make someone invulnerable is very strong in a game as quick as Dota. Dark
Yeah.
Willow ban? Come on. I love that hero.
Yeah, me too. Hey, there's
It
something
has
we
a
can
good...
agree on finally. We both like Dark Willow.
Now, here's a little opportunity to show off. What is her name, Dark Willow?
Mireska.
There you go. I don't know that stuff. I
Such
just
a
know
cute
that
name,
she's good.
Mireska. She's my wife.
Pango taken out. So those are some very powerful bans from Stony Brook, and Earth Spirit and Io looking to get rid of support heroes from McGill, aka McChill University. I can respect that name. That might be one of the best names left in the game.
I have to agree with you.
Now, Dark Willow put into Captain's mode and Pango put in Captain's mode. I've only seen one Dark Willow, and I believe that was in a game with you where Dark Willow was just killed over and over
Yeah.
and over again. I have yet to actually see Dark Willow do something. There's a Sand King. That's a classic first pick right now. It could be position 3, could be position 4. Just an open-ended hero, doesn't reveal much. Position 3 and position 4, very strong. Especially position 3 if he's against a melee safe laner. And Tiny is banned out as the final ban from McGill. That's another open-ended, powerful laner who transitions well into the mid game, which is, checks a lot of boxes for the meta.
Man, we've been seeing Witch Doctor so often recently.
Oh, okay, there we go. Talking about strange heroes. In the first phase, too, there's Arc Warden. Now, I mean, Arc Warden's like this weird middle ground for me, where he's like one of those heroes that you rarely see. He has a high skill cap, but he's also disgusting to have in your games. So it's like I kind of can respect an Arc Warden player, but it's like a disgusting respect. It's like I don't like you, but I could kind of see that you know what you're doing.
I mean, it's like a Meepo player, right?
I like Meepo. I think Meepo's hilarious. I always respect Meepo players, just because Meepo's also like very, very hard. Like there's so many ways to counter Meepo. Arc Warden sometimes, especially once they get like a Shadowblade bots, Nullifier, Orchid around 30-40 minutes, it's just like it just feels like they're unstoppable, like they're a raid boss.
Why do you think they picked Arc Warden so early here? Is he a good early pick?
See, that's a good point. So first of all, I always like to touch Gyrocopter first phase. He almost always gets banned going to the second phase. Gyrocopter has insane mid game. He's become a staple pick in the current meta. Arc Warden, he is a kind of a spotlight hero. What I mean by that is your draft is going to revolve around an Arc Warden. So picking him early on seems very dangerous. So the first thing pops in my head is maybe Stony Brook knows that McGill University has an Arc Warden player and they want to use that strategy. Alternatively, maybe it's a bait. Maybe it's not going to be I don't think Arc Warden's going to work as a support.
No, I don't think so.
It's strange.
No way.
But I'm not an Arc Warden expert, so we're going to have to see what McGill does. The first pick does feel weird because, as we said, Arc Warden's a spotlight hero. He's going to be a large part of this game, and picking him in the first phase allows Stony Brook to both ban heroes that go well with Arc Warden, as well as pick heroes that do well against Arc Warden. Talking about the bans, there's a Lone Druid and a PL have been removed, and Elder Titan has been banned by Stony Brook. PL is another hero.
Ban here, yeah. Like Arc Warden and Witch Doctor are definitely not very good against dealing with that, and if PL can just kind of bum rush Arc Warden, I feel like Arc Warden usually deals very terribly against heroes like that.
Could you run Arc Warden, or rather Gyrocopter and PL though? Because Gyrocopter is almost always a position 1, although he can go mid lane.
Yeah, it's the same as PL. PL can go mid lane as well.
I guess, yeah. Fair enough. They both can kind of tag into that role.
And another thing is PL is good against Arc Warden in the mid lane because Arc Warden's flux, it cancels itself if you're standing beside any one of your allies. And PL is never short of allies to stand beside.
Well, before level 6, though, it is a little bit of a pain, but he can use his Doppelganger or his Spirit Lance. And there's the Underlord. So Underlord's gonna create a lot of space, which is great because Arc Warden is a hero that he's gonna come online in the later half of the mid game unless he has a great early game. But once Arc Warden comes online, that's the reason I hate the hero. He drives me insane. He's just a hero that can solo kill at like 50 minutes, which is very rare. Not a lot of people can do that, and that's why that hero just drives me crazy.
And split push like no other as well.
Yeah, his split pushing with just his Tempest, was it Tempest double? His ultimate is it's worth 125 gold bounty, which is great early on, but as we move into the late game, he will easily trade 125 gold bounty to put tower damage out or just risk checking out, doing some scouting, or just do any risky play.
And we can get stuff like double nullifiers or double Bloodthorn, double Silver Edge, things like that, just completely inhibit their opponents.
And I'm telling you right now, Ancient Apparition has been very popular. He's a strong hero, especially in competitive play. He's a hero that definitely does much better in competitive than in pub play because of how he needs to combo with allies. But boy, oh boy, is that Arc Warden going to have a lot of deaths or rather, Ancient Apparition going to have a lot of deaths from Arc Warden. At no point in this game do I really feel like Ancient Apparition is going to survive a Arc Warden solo pickoff potential. I mean, he can go for a Glimmer Cape, which is going to force Arc Warden to get some sight, but once Arc Warden gets a Nullifier, he's not going to be able to cast it. I think our Ancient Apparition is just going to end up becoming food if Stony Brook is on the back foot in the late game.
Yeah. And Lifestealer picked up for Stony Brook here. Underlord usually a very reliable offlaner, but Lifestealer is one of those heroes that can definitely chunk through anyone with a lot of health.
Now, Lifestealer was picked into Tusk. Tusk is great against Lifestealer because Lifestealer is extremely susceptible to kiting, and Tusk does a great job with that, using Ice Shards and using Snowball to buy at least 3 seconds of time. Also, Walrus Punch is a magic immune piercing stun, so that removes Rage TP from the game. In addition to those problems Lifestealer is going to face, there maybe will be a Silver Edge on Arc Warden, but one thing I want to talk about is currently the only taxi on Stony Brook is Sand King. Now, if Stony Brook initiates a fight and you notice that Sand King and Lifestealer aren't there, well, there's 2 things you're going to point out. You can take from that. 1, you're going to know that they're trying to epi and get on into this fight right away. This is blatantly obvious. But 2, there's no real front line for Stony Brook if Lifestealer is inside the Sand King. Sand King is going to be pressured to do a lot of burrow strikes, and he's going to have a hard time getting epicenters off. Or he's going to have to either decide, am I a taxi or am I using epicenter this fight? I think the taxi play makes a lot more sense because Lifestealer can be on the front line and Sand King backing him up, as well as Pipe will likely get picked up on Underlord, and Snowball is another great save for epicenter.
Yeah, they might definitely look for another taxi here. Stony Brook will, because just Sand King by itself might not be optimal, as you mentioned, because it divides Sand King's attention. What hero do you think would be good here? They could either draft an offlaner or a position 4, right?
You know what might be cool is Centaur for Stony Brook.
Yeah, I can see that working.
They're not long ranged, and they're not going to be able to push towers without getting up high ground. But I think that will help if they get caught out. It's going to stop Lifestealer from getting kited around. It's going to give another hero to complement with Sand King, so Sand King isn't under a lot of pressure. Do I need Burrow Strike? Do I need an epicenter? What do I need to be doing? Because Sand King has a lot relying on him in the fights. It does make, but their team, again, they're going to be very short range. They're going to have a hard time with high ground with that team. And there's a Nature's Prophet. Okay. So the biggest thing for me right now is just that Lifestealer really is the front line for Stony Brook. He and Sand King, I think, will focus on supporting the Lifestealer rather than trying to kind of play like a epicenter counter initiation style.
Yeah.
Whereas McGill has the just obvious front line with Underlord and even with Tusk, who can helps keep the front line and the back line separated and let Arc Warden and Witch Doctor get their spells off. I love Tusk with Witch Doctor because a good Ice Shards can set Witch Doctor up for an insane full duration Death Ward. One of the things you learn after playing a Witch Doctor is it's very hard to cast Death Ward if you're in vision. You always want to be outside of vision or with some sort of terrain in front of you. And Ice Shards does a great job where Tusk can do that to block a hero and just set a Witch Doctor up to get a humongous Death Ward. I think it's a great combo. But speaking of the other night, we saw a Furion, an insane Furion the other day, win a game very quickly. I love that. And he didn't even go boots. He just went full support. And there's Queen of Pain. I like Queen of Pain. I think Queen of Pain is just a fantastic last pick. With the way Dota has been going, and this is just kind of a crazy opinion with my tinfoil hat on, but Queen of Pain kind of feels like one of the only heroes left in Dota that you can really take a game over by yourself. I feel like the Dota is getting very well balanced. The damage,
Fair
especially
enough.
on supports, has been dropping a lot. Supports don't have many supports don't have a lot of solo kill potential, especially as the game goes on. And Queen of Pain just seems like a hero that's strong all phases of the game, can kill, can is a long range hero, can take towers, can do. She kind of just does everything, and
Yeah,
I
she
love
wins
Queen of
her
Pain.
lanes usually as well.
So
So
yeah, I
lane
just feel like Queen of
dominator.
Pain is always good, and because of that, Queen of Pain is a game that where if you have a hero that can just snowball on Queen of Pain, your team is always in the game just because of that
Yeah.
hero. Um, now, so that's going to be an off-lane Nature's Prophet. The laning phase does look quite scary. Stony Brook's laning phase is very, very scary. A lot of damage coming out from them.
Yeah. So it looks like it's
I
gonna be a
mean,
gyrocopter mid lane here.
mhm.
So Arc Warren is gonna be safe lane. I usually see Arc Warren in the mid, but it looks like this time it is going to be running the safe lane.
With a Witch Doctor Tusk, I'm sure you could put any hero could be core because that's very hard to fight into. Witch Doctor alone is very hard to fight into with Cask and Maldict.
Yeah, that flux also is such an incredible slow as well.
Now, Gyrocopter's under a lot of pressure to get BKB this game. Although Gyrocopter builds BKB almost every game, he's likely going to have to get it early unless his team is snowballing, because he needs to deal with Maldict. He's a low health pool hero, so Maldict is going to really mess him up.
Yeah.
He has to deal with Arc Warden, who has high damage output. He has to deal with Quap, who has high damage output, although Quap's Sonic Wave is pure damage. I think Underlord actually Underlord's laning phase is going to be very important for McGill because Underlord is going to, if Underlord can get early defensive items, I think it's going to set his team up in a fantastic position. Something like a
Pipe looks really good this game.
Pipe definitely. Even like I've seen Underlords grab the Crimson Guards right away, and it just is
Sure.
ridiculous because of how because Underlord loves to fight with his team. So the overall damage that's being blocked by Crimson Guard, I think Underlord's one of the few heroes you buy it on, and it's just absolutely insane on him. On Stony Brook side, they're very aggressive in this laning phase. They can
Yeah,
just
something actually interesting about we're talking about the Arc Warden and the Arc Warden lane that's going to be going, which is probably going to go against Nature's Prophet.
Mhm.
Nature Prophet also has a way to be able to mitigate the flux as well with the Nature's
Mhm.
Call. If it's always has one on the tree and just stuck onto him, then he should not be actually affected by that slow whatsoever.
Definitely, yeah. He and the treants I think have 550 health, I believe, at level 1. So they are just they're ridiculous. The treants might as well be invincible at level 1. There we go. Yeah, 550 health, 36 damage,
Yeah.
325 movement speed before anyone has boots. Yeah, treants might as well just be invincible at level 1. It's really feels how it feels. And how we do?
So,
They're
yeah.
dodging. So Underlord's going safe lane against Nature's Prophet. Ooh, that actually seems like it's going to give Nature's Prophet a bit of a hard time.
Yeah, I
Because
agree.
with they both the heroes kind of want to take the lane over. Underlord can just stand in Firestorm. He's going to get range trust by Nature's Prophet, but the Atrophy Aura is going to help Underlord a lot, especially if treants start dying.
So before we get too deeper into this game, we should just give a shout out to all these players playing right now. I will give a shout out towards McGill. On the bot lane, we have Underlord being played by TK. In the mid lane, we have Loser Leet on the Queen of Pain. Got Jaeger playing the Tusk. Got Cookies, our noobs playing Witch Doctor. And finally, Y Stealer on Dark One.
And for Stony Brook University, playing in the off lane, is he or is he swapping around? Yeah, playing in the off lane, we have Zing, Nature's Prophet. He'll be laning against Underlord. In the mid lane, we have a Dark Raider raiding the mid lane on Gyrocopter. And then Masquerade is going to be on Lifesteal. It looks like we might have a conflict here. No,
On the bot
Huron
lane,
is going to be playing position for Sand King. And last but definitely not least is Ling on Ancient Apparition. A very fun hero to watch and just great interactions. I love this hero, and I think you can skill him so many different ways, depending on your lane.
so another leg here.
And Underlord has lane swap to top. Another pause.
Yeah, it looks like they're having a lot of leg issues. In my actually the previous series, there was a lot of leg issues there. We saw, Inferno and the Meepo actually disconnecting a very crucial moment, and they did not have any more pause time left in that game, so they couldn't pause for him when they were disconnected. So yeah,
Fair enough.
pretty crazy scenario there. Hopefully they don't run out of pause time here either.
Now Zing's treants have been scouted. However, they have only 7 seconds duration left. His new sets of treants have also been scouted in this pause. No, they haven't. They have not been scouted in this pause. So, but they will be scouted about the second it ends. Obviously a little bit frustrating for the Nature's Prophet, as he's going to want to try and delay the creeps and get the creeps closer to his tower. Now, if you take a look at Arc Warden, he already has his Midas queued up. This is a man who knows what he wants to do. He's a man with a plan.
Yeah, Midas. There are a few heroes in the game where Midas is basically made for. I don't think there's any hero that's better than Arc Warden who can have it. I think you said Abaddon is also made for Midas as well, and Invoker has a very good argument for him.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely having two Midases on the same hero, that's pretty crazy.
Of course. And so
It's
lanes
not
have
like
been scouted.
Wolfgrid who needs to buy two.
Oh god, don't, please.
Arc Warden
No.
buys one for and he gets two. Doesn't
Yeah.
even have to do what Lone Druid does.
Superior. So Lifestealer is going to have a good time against Underlord. Underlord is not going to do too well in the lane. Underlord's going against a tri-lane, which has a stun, Burrow Strike, which can lead into Cold Feet. Underlord has a very slow movement speed, 290 right now. He has Boots queued up first, but until Boots, I think Underlord is just food until he gets Boots. Lifestealer, if he goes Feast, which is commonly seen at level 1 to help last hit, it's going to add a lot of damage because of Underlord's massive health pool, 740. Yeah. So a Feast does damage based on your health. But if he even can go open wounds and get that slow, which he'll easily get with a double stun setup, I'm pretty sure Underlord will be our first blood if he actually tries to go into this lane with both supports there. Now, bottom lane is the Witch Doctor Tusk Arc Warden against Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet is actually taking quite a bit of damage. At level 1, I'm sure Nature's Prophet dies if he gets caught out as well, especially with a good cast. Nature's Prophet's going to need to be cautious of the positioning of his treants, so he's not just having the cast bounce between him and a treant. That would be very embarrassing and lead to a quick death.
Yeah.
Mid lane, Gyrocopter versus Quap. I assume it's just going to be Quap spamming Shadow Strike and Gyrocopter spamming Homing Missile. Gyrocopter does have to remember, though, that Queen of Pain has a long range. I think she has the 600 range. No, she has 550 range. So if Gyrocopter doesn't place his homing missiles on the high ground or places them too close, Quap will easily kill the missile before it can actually get to her.
Yeah, it's interesting. This lane is actually that bot lane is actually quite interesting as we're talking about. I mentioned the flex can be stopped by having a tree nearby, but and then you mentioned the paralyzing cask, which in that case you don't want to have a tree nearby.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some decisions to be made here in the bot lane for Zing. And then the Spark Wraith also that Stealer can make can also be eaten up by his trees as well. Mm-hmm. So there's going to be a lot of little skillful elements going to come in handy.
I think if Nature's Prophet is played well, he will have a better time than Underlord.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
I think the best way for this lane to go is for Zing to abuse how powerful treants are, to just harass the support so they don't feel comfortable just running at him. The treants have 20 more movement speed than Witch Doctor. They even have more health than Witch Doctor, and they have 25 more movement speed than Tusk. So the treants do a great job of harassing supports and even harassing Arc Warden, although I doubt they'll really get a chance to get near the Arc Warden. I'm interested to see how the mid lane goes. I think I got to give it to Quap, although she's going to get annoyed by rockets.
Well, they're playing Tic-Tac-Toe in the map, by the way.
Yeah, this is actually quite the big pause.
Yeah, they're going running a pause time soon. Yeah. Apparently, I mean, according to Dark Raider, they're saying it's rulebook time. He says Monkayas. If there's, I mean, that's not up for us to enforce if the admin wants to step in on that. We're allowed 15 minutes, I've heard. If you'd like to talk about it, you should contact an admin. Yeah. Not much we can do about that one.
Well, yeah, I guess we just continue to wait through here. Now here's something I want to check out. Let's check out these cosmetics, Golgi. What are we looking at here? We have the Admiral Bulldog.
That's what we do.
We have the Admiral Bulldog staff on Nature's Prophet, a classic, although it is quite common to own.
Mm-hmm.
With the rat hanging off of it. Nice.
Underlord only has he has the only set available for Underlord, which is a cool set.
And Sand King, excuse me, sir. What is this basic set? Come on, man. This is
The
like
hero has 2 immortals, and this guy doesn't have anything.
Now, does Lifestealer have the taunt equipped? Yes, he does. Hopefully, we're gonna see that this game.
He also has a golden back as well, the golden rage.
Nice. Oh, we got the Chinese dragon rocket on gyrocopter. That's a great one. Now, does nobody have any relics? Apparently not.
The Queen of Pain was like really high level, like was level like 5 or something on the Queen of Pain.
Yeah,
Yeah, Queen of Pain has all the relics except the rare one. Actually, has 0 rares.
I mean, if you're gonna spam a hero, Queen of Pain's a great one to spam.
Yeah, level 5 already on that
that's an
hero.
MMR gainer. And actually, Queen of Pain and Underlord are the only, and Lifestealer are the only leveled up heroes. I don't know if every player has Dota Plus, but if so, then that means only 3 of them have played these heroes since the patch in the last month.
I saw the first silver actually in our last match. There, the Meepo Inferno actually had silver on Meepo, which is level 10, which is crazy.
Interesting. I think he gets silver at level 5. But
is it level? I mean, the Queen's level 5 and only bronze. 6. I guess level 6. Yeah.
I can double check here. Oh, here we go. We're coming back in, and yes, silver is level 6.
Who cares?
All right, so let's see how these lanes go. So Underlord needs to be very careful. Until he gets boots, I think he's just food. AA still hasn't gotten to lane. Now, I think Cold Feet is the right choice, but I don't think Chilling Touch would be a problem for AA to pick up. Both are insanely powerful spells. Sand King gets scouted out, so Underlord knows it's just time to. He's trying to bait him. He just drops the wind lace top lane. He's just dropping all of his items.
By the way, bot lane, there was a Treant pull on the creep wave, which Tusk and the Witch Doctor were able to kill both the Treants for.
Oh,
so
wow. There we go. Well,
both
offlaners,
they were stunned forever.
Yeah, 5 seconds on non-heroes.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, both offlaners have learned the lesson of the meta, which is your lane is the suicide lane. So you just got to watch the enemy carry farm the first 2 or 3 waves while you desperately try to make something happen that lets you get an XP range. How's our mid lane going? And Flat Cannon's been picked up. Both heroes just trying to get as much harass as they can early on. Is now apparent to McGill that the small camp has been blocked and the sentry is coming out. However, Witch Doctor's pinging the wrong location. He should be able to get this, though.
The stun the Underlord,
don't put
actually,
it there.
Well, he's just going to walk away.
Uh-oh. Okay, yeah, Witch Doctor's going to get this ward. Yeah, he sees it.
Easy peasy.
Mm-hmm.
So, Gyrocopter actually leveled up his rocket barrage, so maybe he's not going to go for the homing missile build here.
Oh, we'll see. Strange.
Yeah, he's actually put a second level into rocket barrage, so definitely not going to pick up the homing.
I guess it just makes it so Queen can never blink on top of him, but Queen doesn't necessarily have to do that.
Yeah, she has a good range, as you mentioned earlier.
Now, 7 CS for Nature's Prophet and 0 for Underlord, who's level 1 with no experience.
Oh, yeah, completely zoned out of this.
Whereas Zing somehow managed to get the lane to push into his tower. I think that might be because the camp was blocked. They weren't able to utilize that, whereas top lane they can. Underlord's even at level 1, he's just going to go fight jungle camp. Wow. Painful. So, Underlord, we cannot rely on him to get early defensive items, so it's going to be on his team to position and play well. Actually, mid lane, Gyrocopter is very low, and now he's going for the Rocket Barrage. Or not the Rocket Barrage.
He uses the homing missile to give himself space to salve up.
I like that play. Smart. Very smart. And now the Sand King's fighting Underlord in the jungle.
Yeah, they don't even want to get the Underlord jungle here. Huron just being a big bully. He even drops his boots again.
Oh my gosh.
Just constantly taunting him.
Underlord wishes he could get boots.
They're still both level 1.
Huron's just making space. Yeah. You'd rather have a Sand King with nothing than an Underlord with nothing.
Yeah, and this is a position 4 or for position 3, so it is a position up for the Stony Brooks here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, McGill's offlaner TK is going to have a very difficult time getting to this lane. Although Underlord is a hero that can farm reasonably well with Firestorm, you're going to need levels to start leveling it up. Quap is actually on the back foot mid now. If you take a look at CS, though, he's it's about even, whereas Lifestealer is free farming 22 and 20. This is one of the reasons that top lane is where it is. Lifestealer is a fantastic hero for lane equilibrium because of Feast. He doesn't mind attacking his creeps more than enemy creeps because he can just feast the HP back. Yeah, as you see right now with a shield and Blightstone and a Quelling Blade, he has no problem keeping the lane there.
So
Now,
there might be
Sand
a
King is
kill
mid.
maybe going on in the mid.
I think they're
Actually, in
trying
the
to bait
top,
Queen of
TK
Pain.
getting actually cold feet up by Ling. He actually gets stunned up. Ling is trying to chase him down. A few more auto attacks
Oh
will
my
do it.
god.
But TK selving up during the trees, and he's going to
Tusk
be
is
able to make it
coming.
under his tower. The Tusk is coming as well. There's going to be a nice ice shot, perfectly placed. Not even going to get the bounty rune for now. There's going to be the snowball as well. Picks up the bounty rune, starts making his way out there. He's getting slowed down by the orbital venom, but that is going to be it with Huron coming in.
Yeah, they see Sand King with that ward, or else I think Sand King would have been able to turn that around. Now, level 4 on Nature's Prophet, level 1 on TK still. Oh, poor guy. He has boots, but they're in his stash. Luckily, Ancient Apparition managed to avoid giving away First Blood. In the meantime, Lifestealer is farming. Phase Boots, he just picked up Phase Boots here, sending around the Courier. Do you think we're going to see the Radiance build for Lifestealer?
Bill and Lifestealer? I mean, I actually don't play Lifestealer a lot. I mean, but you've been advocating Radiance on Lifestealer because he gets kited so often. And I guess it makes sense this game as well. Underlord, great at kiting. Tusk, you mentioned great at kiting. Queen of Pain, someone who's not going to be on top of you either. So I think it makes sense.
I could even see him build specifically for the Arc Warden. Arc Warden is just ready to go for his Hand of Midas, by the way. He's building straight into that. I'm not sure. We'll see what he's actually going to go for the armlet. So classic Phase Boots armlet, the old school build. And
can't go wrong with that.
Bottom lane, there's some action going on.
Yep, there's going to roll it over onto Nature's Prophet. Maledict is already on him as well. The damage is coming through. This is probably going to be enough. No, there's going to be the Fairy Fire.
Fairy Fire is a
actually,
huge deal against Maledict.
Yeah. Huron being a great support there, coming in, giving away the Fairy Fire.
Well, now they know that McGill knows that Huron is there because of the ward. And Ling is going to go ahead and take TK's rune. Ling is going to go ahead and leech TK's XP. And take a CS. Oh my god, this poor Underlord.
Yeah, TK is basically a useless hero right now.
And
still only 6 last hits on that hero. Still level 2.
He really wants to be part of it. He's queuing up a wand while other people are queuing up Armlet and Midas. Now, Gyrocopter's beating Queen of Pain mid, actually, out-leveling and out-CSing.
Oh, you're right.
Gyrocopter actually misclicked and put a rocket on a creep. This might be Queen of Pain's time. I think Queen of Pain knows she can't man up with 3 points in Rocket Barrage.
If she had level 6, that was a kill right there. But Gyrocopter is a
top lane
full level ahead of her. Yeah, you're right. The aggressive dive actually going to be bad in the bot lane, Witch Doctor going down, and the top lane, as you mentioned as well, TK going down as well.
Now here's the question: did it hurt more to lose your support that's actually doing things, or did it hurt more to lose a core, an off lane who's managed to accomplish nothing? It's a bit of a strange situation this game so far.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it might be a support that you actually are hurt losing more, because the support is level 3, by the way. The off laner is level 2.
Oh boy, this poor Underlord. He really needs to get some stack farms, or I'm not even sure.
Sand King might find cookies. There's going to be Burrow Strike over on the cookies, but there's going to be a flux over onto Nature's Prophet instead. They're going to be rolling as well. He's not going to be able to TP out with that. And cookies, I'm just going to walk away from the Sand King. My bad, Huron says, because he separated away. And that's going to be a first kill.
Do they even have the ability to kill? Now, one thing to keep in mind is that the homing missile does more damage based on its distance. Quap's ridiculous 1300 range blink to get away means that missile is going to do a decent chunk of damage.
Yeah, it is.
But obviously, that's better than dying in front of a gyrocopter.
Yeah.
And here comes Nature's Prophet actually going for a double stack. He got one, turning it into a double camp. Or did he get both? Maybe he got both. Now he's just going to farm them up. This is what we need to see from the Underlord. Underlord's not able to stack even one camp. And in the meantime, Ling is just going to take his CS, or take his XP, and probably try to steal CS when it comes down to the last one. There we go.
Oh my
Ling just showing.
It's Ling so mean.
This. Well, the thing is, one thing to keep in mind with AA is AA hates not being level 6. AA before level 6 and AA at level 6 is a completely different hero. So when the game is this slow, it's almost it is bittersweet for AA, where it's like the offlaner can't even come into my lane. But then A is like, what do I do? Like, I really want XP. I really want to be relevant. I need to get my ult as soon as possible. But it's like, I don't just want to sit around and leech. And where else is he going to go? Just go watch an Underlord fight ogres in the jungle? They're actually giving mid
I
lane to
guess we got no
Underlord here.
choice. Yeah, this might be a good idea. Give Underlord some levels. Queen of Pain can either jungle or maybe even head to the off lane.
I think they're trying to get Ling to level 5 so that he can buy the tome and get his ult. And then Sand King will just have to try and make some action happen by roaming with Ancient Apparition Ice Blast. In the meantime, Zing has abandoned bottom lane to just go ahead and jungle, which seems to be going fine for him. Yeah, 5th on net worth. So Queen of Pain actually does have higher net worth than Gyrocopter, although Gyrocopter.
They were actually rolling on the Gyrocopter. Speaking of, the stun is going to land the Sonic Wave there as well. TK getting finally involved in action.
Oh my god!
Bonus strike though, right under a call down. Huron's going to pick up that kill over on Jaeger. Zing is coming in as well with his TP. Loser, 4 seconds until his TP. Jaeger also going down to the tower. Loser gets his blink. He doesn't have a TP, so he's going to walk away, but it looks like it is going to be fine. They're going to be losing their offlaner and a support for their mid lane, Gyrocopter.
Now, what do you have against McGill that you're calling their mid player a loser?
That's
Come on!
Oh, he's like a
Lolzer?
loser. Okay.
Sir? Biased
I'm
caster?
sorry.
I'm supposed to be the biased one.
Well, what does loser mean? I don't know what you think of like loser. Sorry.
I don't know what does DK mean. Oh my god, Lyser's chunks. 3 auto attacks bring Underlord down to below half health. He just immediately TPs. There's nothing he can do in that scenario.
Yeah, that's an armlet already on Lifestealer as well against level 3 Underlord.
Now, Witch Doctor picks up the tome, so that's going to put him just below level 6, very close to Death Ward. I like that. Ancient Apparition did not pick up his tome. He doesn't have enough money, but I think they're saving it for him because Sand King could afford the tome. All right, now Sand King's doing a great job saving for Blink. He already has Tranquils, and he's at just shy of 1,000 gold. So, doing very well. There's also a humongous stack top. And Ancient Apparition has grabbed the tome now. Going for the 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh
going
my
to try and
god.
turn that into a 5 stack.
Can they get this? No.
No, too
much body blocks.
Yeah. Still a large stack. And how do they take that? Is that going to be a Nature's Prophet joining in with...
Yeah, Treants should help.
Well, they're going to take the tower top. Easily.
Yeah. If they also get Gyrocopter and Sand King there, they should will take that stack.
I think Ling just ruined the last hit for Lifestealer. Lifestealer was set to grab it, and Ling threw an extra auto attack in. Yeah, with the top tower down, there's no way that McGill will try and contest that.
Oh, mid lane, actually, Underlord taking a lot of damage. Nature's Prophet is going to be TPing in as well after that call Nature.
He has no mana.
But, yeah, no more mana to be able to follow up. There's going to be now Lolzer coming in. He doesn't have his ulti, but his auto attack and the poison is going to be enough. No deny coming out from here on. My bad, he says. He feels guilty.
Now, Midas Arc Warden, double Midas Arc Warden is going to go ahead and push the bottom tower. It's not going to be as fast as Lifestealer's tower take, but it's going to come up shortly. Checking out net worth with the double Midas. Lifestealer's leading at 5,800, but at 5,000, Arc Warden's going to be closing in fast with a double Midas at his disposal.
Yeah, for sure. Lifestealer not really a hero known to farm very quickly.
And Gyrocopter's taking the stack top. Let's go.
Yep.
Easy peasy.
Jaeger coming in, maybe he can even soak up some XP. Even that would be worth a lot of money. XP rather. Tusk actually getting cold feet up, and that means Dark Raider is like, okay, I get a stack and a Tusk kill too. I'll take that. Now Snowball coming in, and Jaeger being trapped in here. He's got the Wallace Punch, but that's not going to be enough.
The preemptive Rocket Barrage, so as soon as Snowball ends, while Dark Raider's stunned, he's doing damage to the Tusk, finishing him off, not allowing him any room. With Flat Cannon up in a couple seconds, I'm sure that stack will go down, and that's going to help Gyrocopter a lot, who's actually below Nature's Prophet on net worth. Nature's Prophet is doing a great job. Actually, all of the heroes, players on Stony Brook are doing a very good job finding farm. I didn't expect Sand King even to be 1,000 gold away from his Blink Dagger with a pretty slow early game.
Yeah. I'm actually really surprised that Gyrocopter is behind the Queen of Pain.
Now, with Nature's Prophet hitting level 7, Lifestealer has jumped inside of him to use him as a taxi to go somewhere. Just kidding, he's going to watch his jungle get farmed. Probably screaming out, what are you doing?
Weird infest.
It looks
yeah,
like
I mean, I thought they were using this, as you said, for the teleport.
The net worth is only 2,000 in favor of Stony Brook. All of Stony Brook is inside their jungle. Huron potentially trying to bait something out. The only hero showing, really, in a dangerous position.
Yep. All of McGill is in their jungle as well.
Poor Lifestealer, topping net worth. He was just 800 above Arc Warden. He's now only 100 above Arc Warden because
Oh,
he's
there's
been
going to be actually
walking
TP in for Nature's Prophet. He wants to go on TK, this poor guy. There's going to be AA Blast even coming out. He's going to walk right into it.
There we
Masquerade is going to be able to make that weight worth it by taking that offlaner down.
Masquerade immediately goes hit creeps. It's been so long since he's hit something.
Tasty,
And got
tasty,
gold.
tasty.
He's just watching Nature's Prophet farm. Gyrocopter will continue sitting in the mid lane, farming up. He's going for a drums build. Great item, especially with Gyrocopter's level 20 talent that turns him into a race car.
There's actually going to be a Jaeger going on open wounded up as well, trying to use a snowball to save himself for time being. There's going to be a Warless Punch, but that's going to mean he's going to stick on too long for that cold feet. We'll get taken down by Ling.
Now, level 6 on Underlord, he doesn't pick his ult up, which is a classic build. He has the 1 point in Pit of Malice. But he's still really just trying to get into this game. And Stony Brook knows that. They're abusing the fact that the offlaner, Underlord, is not really a hero. They have to commit Underlord +1 to do any real defense, and Masquerade has now taken over the side jungle for Radiant, as well as started pushing the T2.
Yeah, TK is half the level of Masquerade.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
This is ridiculous. Masquerade's also hitting for 150. Over yet. Underlord doesn't stand a chance if Lifestealer.
It's 150 without the armlet, by the way, when he gets that turned on.
And he's going for the San Jasha. There's some NA Dota for you. He wants to chase people down.
Just early game stats.
Very, very close to Blink Dagger on Sand King. And that's going to be quite the power spike. Now, 3 heroes on McGill. No, just 2. That's a Tempest double. 2 heroes on McGill are rotating out looking for Sand King. In the meantime, there are 5 heroes in the side jungle. Zing on Nature's Prophet and Masquerade on Lifestealer can easily push this tower if they ever get left alone. If Orange player, or if Huron Dark Green is able to
invest up on Zing. Zing is actually going bottom lane. They actually find a Burrow Strike over onto Lifestealer. Zing comes in, actually infest. The Lifestealer jumped out too early. He didn't come along with him. Now that means they're going to be turning around. Cookies are new. That channels his Death Ward. There's going to be a great Burrow Strike to get away from the shards, but. Yeah, Masquerade, you jumped out a little bit too early, man. He's in the river now.
How embarrassing. That's a position 1 kill, but for the wrong team. Not what they intended. Nature's Prophet just teleported in to die. Defeats some more gold. Now, Arc Warden is 500 gold ahead of Lifestealer in net worth. Lifestealer is the saving grace right now for Stony Brook. 2 of the 3 heroes are on top. 2 of the 3 in top net worth are for McGill. Here we go on Queen of Pain. No.
Oh, that's a blink.
Yeah.
1300 range.
She has to do that though, because with open wounds, the cold feet will connect.
Of course.
And now they're gonna give it another try.
Again, blink away. That blink is maxed up.
Oh, here we go.
Be careful, buddy. What are you doing?
He just got melted. Was there?
I don't know what he was trying to go for there.
Now the only plus side there for McGill is that was the blink reveal. It was on a support kill. So they're going to go ahead and start trying to push this. I would expect to see Zing leave the jungle and pressure lane now. Yeah, here we go. He's going for bottom. And so is Masquerade on Huron with the Blink Dagger Sand King.
Yep,
it has been scouted though. McGill is aware of what's going on.
This could be a really good Blink Dagger reveal as well. Epicenter locked up and ready to go. But Huron does get scouted out by a Spark Wraith.
He did walk by a ward earlier at the Ancients as well, and actually Ling just warded on top of it. Hopefully that will get scouted. Now in an attempt to get this Lifestealer some kills, every time he infests, he ends up just hanging out with his teammates doing nothing, wishing he was hitting creeps. 4 heroes on Stony Brook. Or actually 5 heroes on Stony Brook. No, there's 1 still in town. 4 heroes on Stony Brook will be making an appearance bottom lane, trying to take a T1, trading for a top T1.
Look how fast TK's already caught up, by the way. He's level 9. He's doing pretty good for himself.
He just needed to be left alone. He's going straight in for that pipe, which is going to help with the Blink Epicenter. It's going to help with the Ice Blast damage as well. Not with the Ice Blast execution.
Well, it helps with the Gyrocopter damage as well. He does a lot of magic damage on that hero.
I think it's a great first pick item for him. Although the large amount of regen, bottom tower went down, wasn't even an attempt, which makes sense. The large amount of regen offered by Pyke is countered by the Ice Blast's ability makes your health pool. Your health bar only goes one way when you have that debuff on you.
That's a good way to put it.
And BKB actually is going to be the first item on Queen of Pain.
Wow, defensive.
So she is aware that there's quite a bit of lockdown for her. Gyrocopter going for, he has a drum and now he's going for Yasha and then BKB. I like that. He gets a lot of movement speed, he gets farming ability, and then he gets the BKB, which we discussed he's going to need early on in this game if he wants to stay alive.
So Arc1 finishes Boost of Travel. He did go for Maelstrom before that as well. So his farming is actually super online now with the Midas, Maelstrom, and Boost of Travel. All three very powerful farming items.
And he's going for the Shadow Blade, so he's starting to turn into that hero that can kill anyone on the map. Starts off with a Shadow Blade, he'll probably grab an Orchid and a Nullifier, something along those lines, and he's going to be
well, there's ping onto the bottom, there's going to be an Orchid over onto Underlord, there's going to be a Masquerade coming in with Infest as well, and TK getting stuck right in the trees, cold feet, easy, and Link somehow picks that up rather than his cores.
The Orchid was perfectly timed. The Underlord is in the middle of casting his ultimate, which would have gotten out of there, I believe.
He's rearing up, and then he got cancelled.
That's what they wanted to have happen with the Arc Warden earlier. Now,
it's going on top now.
Top lane.
Y-Stealer actually running away. The Epicenter gets completely wasted. Y-Stealer now trying to scout out a little bit with the Spark Rays. Now he gets trapped up, Orchid up as well as Silence. He has his Boost of Travel, but does not want to use it when Huron still has his Burrow Strike. He wants to bait up before he goes away. Now he pops his Tempest double and starts turning around. Zane taking a huge amount of damage. There's the Burrow Strike finally coming out. Cold Feet as well. Zane gonna go down. There comes the Sonic Wave as well from Lozol. Lozol already has his BKB, but he actually goes down while looking the BKB. Do that Flat Cannon. Now the Dark Rays are coming in, cleaning everyone up. The supports are in big trouble. TK coming in trying to help as well, but he is a very, very weak Underlord with just a pipe on him. Cookies are noob actually managed to juke it out, so it's going to be a 3-for-2 trade so far, unless TK gets caught here.
Now,
TK that was greedy. He was actually going to go for like a lane cut and then start TPing out, but Huron comes in. Dark Raider got will watch out, but the stun will be enough.
Before Underlord fed, that was a huge fight for Stony Brook. Underlord dying is just the cherry on top. Not only did Quap die, Quap revealed her BKB, expended the 10-second charge on it, and they got the Arc Wardens. Position 1, Position 2, and then Position 3 decided he wanted to join in on the fun. Let's make it 3-for-3. All 3 cores go down. Now, they traded a Position 3 and a Position 4 for that. Stony Brook doesn't care. Senking has his dagger. Anything on past dagger is fine. Dagger's what he wants. Everything else is just extra. The extremely fast Orchid on Nature's Prophet is the same thing. He already got a first round of items. The Orchid is a fantastic pick. Stops the Underlord from TPing. He can use it on the death to stop a Death Ward if he feels like it. He can use it on the
There's Burrow Strike over onto Queen. There's going to be Ice Blast landing on her well. She pops her BKB and she's a blink out immediately. Another BKB, 8 seconds this time, getting used defensively.
And there's the pipe. And now on their back foot, McGill really losing control of this map. Stony Brook has no fear. Just walks in. Will even go past the tower. Look at Huron with Lifestealer. He wants to go. Oh gosh, does he ever want to go? 7 seconds on Blink Dagger, but they might find a touch.
Jaeger might be the target here if he walks in too close. Huron goes in. There go with the Lifestealer popping out, and Jaeger has no chance of surviving.
Oh, you didn't even manage to get a snowball cast off to buy some time there. Oh, poor little Ling uses Cold Feet on a creep and Masquerade just walks up and one-shots it. Now, going for the Desolator. I love this. Masquerade is committed to a mid-game fighting build. Go for the Desolator. Go for the I want to end the game before 30 minutes item. The full damage item. It's going to, it also is going to help with the Nature's Prophet, who has very high attack damage. Reducing the armor of buildings is going to help with that, but also of heroes. Nature's Prophet will have a ton of damage to join in with Lifestealer. And of course, Gyrocopter, hybrid of physical and magic damage.
There's going to be an initiation on the Queen of Pain, gets the Burrow Strike, immediately blown up before she can even pop her BKB. Actually, she popped her BKB in the last movement as well, so that's 7-second BKB even down.
Queen of Pain has been deleted 3 times in about 3 minutes, and is on the brink of being deleted from this game as someone who even plays a role. Although we were saying that about Underlord earlier, and he's managed to recover, getting a pipe and getting some levels. Here comes Arc Warden. No, he's just going to farm.
Yeah, trying to go for that link kill, but Masquerade would love to pick up this Tempest double kill. Can they get it before it despawns? No, just barely despawns.
Now, do you think we're going to see an MKB pickup for Stony Brook to deal with the... Oh, Ling! What?
They're actually going to be rolling over, but then again, there's going to be the Burrow Strike as well. Jaeger just not having a fun time here. They did get the AA, though. Cookies are noob, they will not fight. Huron is going to be ticking down his Maledict, and he won't be able to deny himself. Now Masquerade running himself away, and then not going to chase even farther.
So, I am concerned, as I mentioned with the MKB, if Lifestealer wants to go it, that means Lifestealer is going the full damage build and would be lacking on defensive items. Lifestealer is one of the heroes that can sometimes get away with that, especially with like an AC being in his defensive item because it's both aggressive and defensive. But I am concerned if they aren't able to close this game out, Lifestealer might be able to just turn into a glass cannon. Again, that's not the worst thing in the world to have your position one be able to blow people up. Now, Nature's Prophet has picked up his Shadow Blade, so he's going full gank mode. It's been working for them so far. I don't see why not. Especially when he is the taxi for Lifestealer, might as well get another mobility item.
So how does McGill slow this game down? Do they need to slow this game down? What do they need to do?
I believe McGill would love to slow this game down because Underlord still hasn't fully recovered, although he is able to get back in this game. Very upsetting that Quaff's BKB is already down to 7, and Quaff is actually queued up a Lincoln Sphere. These are not items that these aren't really take over the game items. These are just trying to stabilize. So McGill is definitely trying to stabilize. Now, Arc Warden is likely McGill's ticket back into this game. Arc Warden and the supports. The supports
they're going to find some swing support. Cookies are noob gets eaten up. Now Jaeger getting eaten up as well. Masquerade trying to chase him down. There's going to be a snowball. Actually, Dead Lifestealer step too far here. No, he's going to get pest up, get some health back, and run away. Jaeger barely gets away from those flat cannons.
And there is a Desolator on this tower.
Yeah, this tower's going down so fast. Masquerader just ignoring all the damage that McGill are throwing at it, and then takes that tier 2 without a problem.
And Masquerade's going back on out. Go hit some creeps to heal up. He never really has to go home because he's a Lifestealer. Ling is going for Glimmer Cape, 4 Staff Aghanim's, or is he just holding onto a Shadow Amulet casually? Aghanim's is just such a core item on Ancient Apparition. You're going to want to get it at some point.
Yeah. There's a Ro16 being attempted right now by Stony Brook.
And with open wounds, they can get a lot of their health back. Probably just waiting for Gyro to drop a bit lower, or they might not even use it at all. Now, Tusk is going to scout it out.
Yep, there's going to be a
Masquerade is low.
This is happening.
Is this a death
ward? Very low right now. They're actually going to let him take it. Yeah, that's be taken right now. Masquerade now goes and gets all of his health back from TK. Thanks for your fatty body. And now there's going to be Cookies are new, channeling that Death Ward from the high ground. Dark Raider manning up here with the BKB, actually barely surviving. Someone finish this man. No, he's going to keep
die to the Aegis.
Aegis.
Oh my god. There's
now Queen of Pain coming in. He's going to clean up that Aegis for now. Now he's getting trapped up. He pops the BKB just in time to dodge Hero on the Burrow Strike. Now he needs to get out. There's going to be that Sonic Wave finishing off the offlaner, but now Dark Raider with an ultra kill.
Oh my gosh, Queen of Pain, every time she uses BKB, she dies. What an insane stun from Huron though. Great play. That reminds me of what was it? TI5 or TI4 I think, EG's universe. Just with these insane chronospheres where he sees someone and he just throws the chronosphere behind them. That was such a great burrow strike. He sees someone and he just burrow strikes max range to see if he can get anyone else that's not in vision, and it worked. And that just set up that was just a great way to start the fight. And as you pointed out, Masquerade feasting on the fatty Underlord right back to full. Underlord's trying to make his health bar go the opposite direction there. And Masquerade, no fear, just walks right on up. Look at him, he's just playing with them.
Yeah, taking a lot of damage from the tower. The tower hits so fast because of that that magnetic field.
No damage. That's something that drives me crazy.
Now, I still trying to do as much damage with the Tempest double onto Dark Raider before it goes down, but it is going to be get eaten by Masquerade. 180 gold going towards him. Now there's going to be a punch over into Zinc. There's going to be Epicenter as well, going against the supports of McGill. Jaeger getting one more last hit. Masquerade is going to be able to take that kill. Tusk will buy back immediately. Flux being used on Masquerade, but he's going to be able to walk away. He's so fast even with that slow.
Now, Stony Brook just switches. They got frustrated mid, so they just went bottom and did a lot more damage to the tower there. They're going to back out. Nature's Prophet heading back to the jungle, and the rest of the team is going to head back out towards the lane. There's a double damage top, which they can take advantage of. I wouldn't be surprised if Stony Brook just takes the T2 top, because I don't think McGill is going to contest it, and just waits for next Roshan before they finish the game. This is a playoff match, and going into game 2 with a win on your back is a great feeling. So playing it safe, I don't see a problem with that whatsoever. Now, item-wise, we have 4 staff picked up on Sand King, Blink 4 staff, classic combo, goes great together. Oh, is there going to be a pick off here? No, this is the Tempest double.
Yeah. Tempest double always debating casters.
Mm-hmm. Who did I just click on that has a Mjolnir? That's probably Arc Warden. Yes, it was. Jeez. So he's actually going to go for a bit more of a right-clicky build rather than a pick-off build. He's also going to get an Eagle Song. Rather not an Eagle Song, a Butterfly. So that means that Stony Brook is going to have to get an MKB. Problem being, MKB counters both the Butterfly as well as the Magnetic Field. So that's going to be extra value to get it. But the thing is, you have to get the MKB before then, and getting an MKB is a strictly aggressive item. It means you're not buying something to keep yourself alive. Stony Brook's not really having too much of a problem staying alive, though, right now. McGill is the one having problems staying alive.
Yeah, again, Tempest double on the top might get eaten up again by Masquerade. As you said, 180 golden XP. Very much worth taking for Masquerade here.
Now, do you know if the gold bounty is different for all 3 levels?
I think it's the same all 3 levels.
Oh, I thought it was 125. Wow, 180. I mean, as the game goes on, though, that's not too big of a deal to trade a Tempest double. Witch Doctor wants to grab a Force Staff, and then he's actually going to go for the Aether Lens, so he can do the long-range Death Ward to try and get a full duration. I think you'd rather go for like an Aghanims, but Aether Lens makes a lot of sense. Especially it's going to make it easy to get a Maledict off.
And he doesn't even have a defensive item if he gets the Egg Inceptor. Usually you want to see a Glimmer Cape.
Now, the play got...
Zing, but Zing pops his BKB to build Runaway. That was his 10-second BKB to get away from that gank.
Stony Brook wants to push 2 lanes at once. They want to break these C3s and open up shrines before Ro16. Very clever sending Zing in invisible bottom lane where the rest of the team push tops, but the observant McGill catches them, sends Zing back, rotates top, and pushes Stony Brook out on 2 fronts. Stony Brook lost almost nothing except for the 10-second BKB, which you pointed out. However, losing a T3 tower is a much bigger deal than having Stony Brook use their BKB, because losing the shrines means that McGill is going to have a very difficult time contesting Ro16, and with the next Aegis, Stony Brook will likely be able to break base.
There's a smoke over on McGill. They want to look for victims here. Huron might be the first person to get caught. Actually, Huron just breaks this smoke and actually doesn't even risk anything there. They find Huron with a Spark Wraith, but yeah, that's going to be it. It's a weak attempt with a smoke.
Now, bottom lane, the Tempest double is going to push lanes out with Mjolnir, which is going very well. The Arc Warden is farming very fast. Top net worth in the game, leading 3 heroes in a row. Gyrocopter, Lifestealer, and Nature's Prophet in that order. 17,500 net worth for Arc Warden, 16,000, just shy of 17,000 for Gyrocopter.
Squid of Pain was able to pick up the Lincoln Sphere. Also hits level 20 for that crucial 30% lifesteal talent. Spell lifesteal, rather, just to get herself a little bit more safe.
Queen of Pain's going to go for Shiva's Guard. Now, it's not going to help with Rage, but as soon as Rage goes down, it's going to do quite well. Problem being, Gyrocopter has a Sanj Yasha as well as Lifestealer, 2 movement speed items. Gyrocopter has a Drums, another AoE.
Oh, they actually find Sankey in the bottom lane. Why still is Tempest Double is here as well. They have detection to be able to find him. He actually force-staffs himself down to a low ground, but he is fluxed up right now, quite slow. The shards coming in, won't be able to block him. He gets to blink and out. They won't be able to chase him any farther.
Actually, a very short
bot
blink
lane,
too.
Meanwhile, Zing actually going after this tower here. Jaeger coming in, but is he going to be here in time? Do they have detection here? The dust is still on cooldown. And now they won't find him, but Zing is just going to make himself out there.
And top lane, is this going to be the tower on Masquerade? Yes, it is. And he just grabs a creep, pops away. What a play by Huron, getting them to use Dust, the crucial play, so they cannot kill Zing. Now Shrines, there we go. Shrines going down. What's a Ro16? May respawn in 1 minute and 20 seconds. And
even his Tempest double getting cleaned up as well.
However, we do have bottom lane, just the old Sandstorm pushing it back in after Tempest double has been pushing it out. Lulzer is going again, so the Shiva's Guard is the most aggressive item she's going to build here behind the Lincolns, but it's still not that aggressive. Queen of Pain is just having a very difficult time getting into this game.
And bottom Shrine also getting taken down as well. Stony Brook just really playing this objective gaming really well.
Yeah,
and they were pushing really slowly, and a lot of times I see teams get really frustrated when they can't break the high ground, but Stony Brook really kept consistent there and just slowly kept going at it until they were able to take 2 towers at the same time.
Now, Stony Brook is likely just going to remain in control. Oh, they might find a Queen of Pain! There's
Yep,
the
they
Lincoln
find
Sphere.
they break the Lincoln Sphere as well, but do they have any additional stuns? Not for now, and the blink is going to come through.
Now,
But now
obviously,
Dark Raider now wants a piece of this. Lolzer, he needs another blink. There's another blink. He might use to pull the BKB for this. He actually has a Lincoln, but that means he's going to eat the Burrow Strike. He's going to take additional damage
there
from.
another BKB
goes
charge.
down again. Masquerade now going down into the base. Jaeger getting gone on. There's going to be a snowball there in the back line. They clean up the Tempest double. Now Cookies are noob tries to man up with the Death Ward, but that's not going to be enough. Beyond godlike with Dark Raider with the double kill. Now Masquerade investing up to get out of there safely. There's going to be another Burrow Strike initiation into the Arc Warden. Can they kill him? Finally, the Arc Warden goes down for the first time. TK getting chased down as well. Masquerade, he is so fast. He wants more of this. And then now they're aiming down at the racks.
Going in, there's no Tusk, there's no Underlord. 30 seconds on Tusk, 50 seconds on Underlord. Arc Warden buys back if he goes down here. It's unlikely that McGill will be able to hold them off. Now, Stony Brook is fine to back up now. They've taken a lot, but it looks like they want to get a little bit more. Ro16 will be up in 30 seconds. They're going to go ahead and take this range back.
They get the Zing in the top lane. Stealer with that buyback is able to take down that pesky Nature's Prophet, but they do have to pay their price for the buyback and the bottom racks being taken down.
Now going for Roshan. Now there might actually be an attempt by McGill. Roshan's. Oh, they just missed it. 10 seconds on Roshan. I'd like to see
drop the Ice Vortex here.
Yeah, drop the Ice Vortex. Oh! Is he gonna see it?
In there. Oh, there we go. He was almost walking out.
Yeah.
Perfect
oh my
timing.
Gosh. And he goes ahead and breaks the Lincolns right there. So there's 2 MKVs picked up at the same time. One for Lifestealer, one for Gyrocopter. This is going to go great against the Time Warp as well as against the... Oh, he didn't actually go for a Butterfly. And it's not called Time Warp, it's called Magnetic Field. Wrong game. Thinking of Diablo.
It is... No, Time Dilation is... Face's Void
Face's
spell.
Void.
Yeah, there's no Time Warp, I don't think, in this game. We've been called out.
Wrong game. Now, we're going to see Stony Brook push up the lanes, take control of the map, and go ahead and clean up Roche. They know Roshan's there, so they're setting themselves up. They're not just going straight in. Queen of Pain scouting around. Ooh, Queen of Pain uses Blink.
Yeah. Just to get the bounty rune. Now they're going to be working on that Roshan, taking down really quickly.
Chunking them.
He
25 on Gyrocopter. Went for the global call down.
Yeah, another global cooldown we see. We saw that as well in the last series we casted.
I think
together.
they want to the map control it offers by being able to use it on lanes. I guess is what they're going for. I'm not entirely sure. I often see the triple homing missile. I guess it also means you always can position it perfectly.
Yeah, it's also the vision. The vision is really nice as well. Now with the Aegis on Gyrocopter and the Cheese on Lifestealer, they're looking to take another lane of racks here. Walking down into the top here. Queen of Pain is not there yet. Queen of Pain is pushing out the bottom lane.
And there are tons of Treants in the bottom lane right now.
Yeah. Masquerade barely doesn't kill the Arc Warden's clone. And we'll let that go away for now. Mid lane, Gyrocopter's pushing in as well. So both sides getting pressured here by Stony Brook. TK now getting gone on. He's going to be able to force himself away from Masquerade.
There's the call.
Now Burrow Strike. He's going to start channeling the Epicenter. He actually completes in the middle of all the enemy heroes. There's going to be the Arc Warden actually goes down and miss all that. Cookies are noob. Starts channeling his Death Ward right in front of Masquerade. Masquerade is just going to eat his face. And he's going to be able to just infest up and get out.
Mid lane has gone down.
Free. Yeah, mid lane goes down in the meanwhile. Now Dark Raiders wants some piece of this fight as well. He just does a drive-by and kills Jaeger with Ling's help. And now that is Mega Creeps completed. With 3 heroes down, this might be the beginning of the end here. TK starts trying to Dark Rift away, but he's not going to be able to make it. Lolzer
Dark Rift right into the grave.
And Masquerade is beyond godlike. Dark Raider is beyond godlike, and the Mega Creeps are coming into the base in any minute now.
Position 3 Nature's Prophet is now topping the position 1 Arc Warden and the position 2 Queen of Pain. 5,000 gold between Arc Warden. I mean, they do have a base, base buildings between it, but just showing how ridiculous the Stony Brook is, their domination this game.
Yeah. Masquerade going in, probably now want to dive into the fountain. He actually gets a bash on Lolzer, almost kills him. He actually is going to dive the fountain. He actually hit the final hit there. Thanks to that Ice Blast. Masquerade barely gets out. GGs are called. And that is going to be the end of game 1, going over to Stony Brook.
Very convincingly going to Stony Brook. But keep in mind, McGill are the 3-game champs. Now, it is likely we're going to go straight into the game, but let's try and get some analysis going since we have had these players be delayed for quite a while.